Hey, how's it going, guys? Dalton here with another video on the YouTube channel, and in today's Red Dead Redemption video, today we're going to be diving into some of the new mods that have been added to Red Dead Redemption. As you guys know, Red Dead Redemption actually came on PC not that long ago, and there already has been a few mods. Some of them are still work in progress, some of them do not work as accurately as some others, but the best mod menu I found to actually work is actually Lenny's Simple Trainer, which is shout out to Lenny for that. And some of the mod menus actually make the automobile cars work. Like some of the mod menus actually you install are the ones that are actually controlling the automobiles. You know, those little tiny cars in Red Dead Redemption that are automobiles. Yeah, basically ones that you've seen in the mission where John Marston helps the federal government. Yeah, those automobiles. Those are actually drivable with some mod menus. Now, currently, I wasn't able to get any of those mod menus installed due to some reason. I don't know. I'm just not the best at modding, I guess. I didn't really find it was kind of hard. Like, I just couldn't get it to like get in my system and work. I just got the mod menu installed, but I didn't get the whole thing completed, I guess. So I don't really know, but this mod menu was the easiest so far. But you notice you can spawn a car, and you can spawn the automobile car, but you can't drive it, which is a certain mod menu that is required, and you have to download drivable cars to actually have it working, and I couldn't figure that out for the love of me. So hopefully I get some more guides on to do that, and I'll keep you guys updated on more mod videos as there's more mods coming out, because it's a little early yet. We still gotta wait a little bit. I mean Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't have good mod menus until like the next couple months, so we gotta wait a little bit to get some good mod menus, and hopefully we'll be able to work. But I was actually playing around, and I actually wanted to play as Bonnie today. I really love Bonnie. I'm a big fan of her in the storyline, so it was actually really cool. So what I actually did is I loaded up a ped and I spawned a bear, and I actually have explosive rounds, so I was like killing the bear instantly, and it was really fun. So I definitely recommend, I'll leave a link in the description to the mod menu and the download results so you guys can download it for yourself if you're interested. So, and then I decided to see if my PC could handle, so I just spawned a whole bunch of bears around Blackwater, which is actually crazy because I'm actually scared of the bears in game. I don't like when they automatically attack you in tall trees, but for some reason I sure can handle randomly bears going around Red Dead Redemption, scaring me to death. But instead they didn't scare me. I really do think they're like cute because they like stand, and then they like they have their paws up when they stand getting ready to attack, so it's really cute. And get this, you can actually ride the bear. Yeah, you can actually ride the grizzly bears in Red Dead Redemption. For some reason, I don't know if I have the right mod installed, but you can ride it, but I wasn't able to successfully ride it. But I was able to get on the bear, which was kind of crazy. I was like, wow, I actually can get on the bear. That is insane. So it's crazy to see on PC a bunch of bears running around Blackwater. I had a hard time getting it. I had a hard time thinking that this is basically like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like when I first spawned like tons of grizzly bears and animals, and think about the grizzly bears in Red Dead Redemption 2 are even more realistic, so they're terrifying. So they're all over to town and stuff. So that made me kind of think of that. But it turns out if you want to kill these bears instantly, explosive rounds will do the trick due to the mod menu. So I had a bunch of bears running around Blackwater, so it's really cool. And they're not as scary as when they don't like officially attack you. Can you guys see it? Can you guys just look at me on the bear? And you guys can see how the bear was like about ready to attack, but it was like it's hungry, so it has like its little paws up. That's like so cute, and I definitely love the look of how that automatically is. So definitely a cool mod right there. Some of the other fun ones, like I said, this mod menu doesn't really give you a lot of options, but it gives you enough to have some fun with some bears. So that was really cool. So that was my next experiment. So basically the point of this video is to show you guys how fun mods are with Bonnie Mcfarlane. So basically what I did is I just loaded up some other mounts and Infinity options, which basically are different options you can do. You can teleport to different locations. You can do different mounts, like you can change fast horse, infinite horse stamina. You can do, it actually helps you win the races with Wes Dickens in the game too if you use fast stamina. I basically spawned a bunch of pigs, chickens. I even spawned Uncle, which is kind of weird. Like you're not supposed to see Uncle yet, because I'm like at the almost the end of the game where I'm helping the federal government, Ross and Fordham. So I'm like at the end where I'm about ready to see John Marston's family. I'm currently there, but it was so crazy just seeing Uncle in Blackwater and seeing a bunch of pigs and chickens run around. And then I also spotted a zombie horse, and the bears were attacking other NPCs. So this mod menu is nonetheless really, really fun. Now, like I said, guys, a lot of people are going to say, well, it doesn't really seem that fun. Well, that's because we haven't got all the mod menu. You guys remember how a couple of years, and sometimes it took months to get good mod menus for the Red Dead Redemption game. So it takes time to actually get that stuff going. But so far we have this mod menu, and like I said, one of them is Silent Virtue, that's the one I couldn't get, which that seems to have unlock all the outfits and more of the style where you can actually play as Abigail, Jack, Uncle. You can play as other story mode characters like Bonnie Mcfarlane and Drew Mcfarlane and stuff like that. The guys from Mexico, like the Santa, you know, Colonel Allende, Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, you know, stuff like that. You could play all those. So I decided to go in this mod menu just a little bit more to actually unlock some guns. And get this, if you're actually playing as a character who doesn't usually have guns on their back, like, it's so weird because Bonnie just pulls like a pistol out of her pocket. And the only character model for Bonnie is when she got tied up and when that mission Hanging Bonnie. So she really doesn't look herself. She basically just looks like a Bonnie that's been brutally beaten. So she doesn't really have like a good characteristic. But if you're like at the farm with Jack and Abigail, and then you could pretend like Bonnie is like visiting and staying at John Marston's house, which is kind of cool. You can also teleport to different locations. In this instance, you could teleport to like Bonnie Mcfarlane's ranch. So that's what I did. I feel like it would definitely make sense for Bonnie to be at Mcfarlane's ranch. So, you know, it could be like Bonnie's here and John Marston's with the Blackwater government people of what you would really do. And then I decided to turn no clip on, as this has no clip. Now, you can't go around the world like you normally would do in no clip, obviously, because that hasn't been invented yet on here. But you can go through Bonnie's house, which I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of go in Bonnie's house, because I've always wanted to do this in the game. Now, I kid you not, this is all I wanted to do when I first got Red Dead Redemption, is go into Bonnie's house interior to see what it's like. Now you can. You guys can see I'm in Bonnie's house, and I thought basically the right way to represent it would be Bonnie. Too bad I can't have like different pets spawning with me, so I could have like Drew Mcfarlane and her brothers or something like that on there. Or maybe even, you know, Abigail and all of them, Jack and them could live in Bonnie's house or something like that. So I thought that would be pretty cool. I tried to go upstairs. There really is no interior up to the stairs. So I didn't find anything to do precisely in Bonnie's house, but there are some cool interiors that you can visit. And of course, once more mod menus come out and once more gets downloaded, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on another video as well. But I just thought I'd show you guys Lenny Simple Trainer 0.4. The only reason it says 0.4 is because they're still making another one that's probably going to have the full functionality of what we would have in Red Dead Redemption 2. And you guys can see you can spawn old Jack Marston. You can't get the young Jack Marston, which I was kind of disappointed in, because I was like, I really wanted the young Jack Marston. So I decided to spawn in a police officer, and you can see you have an engineer, you have a train guy, you just have all these different characters. Not a lot to choose from this model, but like I said, give it time. There'll be more mod menus coming out. This is still early yet, so I decided to go with one of these law officers. But still, at least they thought of some of the pointers that you can do. Too bad you couldn't play as Uncle or Jack or, you know, like John's sister or something like that. I'm sure that's going to be coming in the future as well. And if you have the other mod menu is Silent Virtue installed, give me some hints and tips of how to install it properly, because I've got it in my file. I put all the files in my Red Dead Redemption directory, and I even went on Magic RDR and put everything in that file. But there's one script that will refuse to go in Magic RDR, and I feel like that's what's kind of getting me a little bit held back on here, is I couldn't get to that script. So that's something I found interesting as well, that it doesn't work properly like that. So then I decided just to kind of go around exploding everybody with explosive rounds with my fist, and then I accidentally killed my beautiful Arabian stallion horse, which I felt so bad because that horse is a magnificent. You actually get it in one of the story missions in game. You can actually change time as well, weapons, teleport, player options. It basically gives you options if you want to like make your player invincible. You can teleport with different areas. In this case, I wanted to go to Beecher's Hope, so I decided to teleport there, and it looks really cool because this is basically Beecher's Hope with John Marston not home, so it looks different. I wanted to see if there was some kind of interior in here, and frankly enough, they do not let you enter John Marston's house unless you get to the part where you have John return home with his family after you kill Dutch Vanderlyn in the hills and tall trees. Well, turns out you can't actually get home unless you're like actually at home. Like, you can't get in no clip. There's no way of getting in. And I thought maybe I could do some experiments with Red Dead because I could find out what happens if I go in the hills and find Dutch early as John Marston or something like that. We might have to try that in a future video because I do like making mod videos and PC videos for you guys. I really do love that. But I think in the future we are gonna go see if we can find Dutch in the hills before we find him as the government men. So I really want to see if we can find Dutch in the hills. I sure we probably couldn't, but maybe we could. We don't really know. It would also be kind of cool if we get to play Dutch too, but there was no character model for him as well. But the thing is, I decided, so you guys remember how John actually had all of his chickens and cows and how the poachers took all the cattle and how John had like no animals here? It's so strange to see this whole area empty because no one's home. But if you actually spawn like a bunch of farm animals, it's like John Marston is running his farm. And if you actually spawn Uncle, it's actually like Uncle is running the farm while John is gone. So it's actually really, really cool. So you could like do a lot of role playing. So you could pretend that some bad guys come in, one of your players can be the bad guys, and then another side can be like Uncle, who are trying to stop the poachers from stealing the cattle but couldn't. So we don't get to see that side of the story mode. So I did get to spawn tons of pigs and get some farm animals in here. So yeah, got like tons of pigs running around. I also had like people spawning because this is the only way you're gonna be able to collect money in the game, which is kind of cool because if you're short on money, just spawn a bunch of these girls and loot them, and they have like thousands of dollars in their pockets. So basically I spawned a bunch of chickens, I spawned Uncle, and get this, Uncle is actually a character who actually will work on the ranch. Like if I spawn a zebra here, I noticed that Uncle decided to run away. So I was like, what's Uncle doing? Like, isn't he supposed to watch like the cattle and stuff? I was like, Uncle, what are you doing, man? And then he's literally over here actually doing work on the ranch. So it's like, so think of it like this. So it's actually like Uncle is actually doing the work while John Marston is away. So at least he's actually working on the farm. You can see how much money I already made from these bodies. It is insane. So I do notice that was really cool. I really did love also playing the story mode through Bonnie. That's all I played. The whole story mode was played by Bonnie, literally, on the game. I said that's just how I wanted to do it. So then I turned back and I'm like, Uncle, what are you doing, man? I'm like, are you leaving the farm? And then he starts picking up a pail of water, and then I see this pig just almost like playing dead and stuff. It's just a fun time. I mean, honestly, I was having a really fun time with this mod menu, and I decided to switch to John because I felt like, right, I was like, hey, Uncle, it's John, I'm back early, stuff like that. So it's actually different to see John here and Uncle without the family. Like, it's like Abigail is still kind of holded in the incarcerated cooking school for young ladies, as she's mentioned in the story, that instead of some prison, they were holding her in a incarcerating cooking school, and then Jack was in school. So instead of like a big prison, they were holed up to a little bit of a fancy place instead of a locked up cell or something like that. So that was really good. And Fordham and Ross actually had a good idea saying that it wasn't safe for them to be here because when the poachers took the cattle, they could have killed Abigail and Jack and Uncle. But instead, I decided to actually get my fist out and see if I can punch Uncle, but no. Even if he's a character model that's technically not supposed to be in the game, yeah, you can't punch him and you can't do anything to him, which I found that was disappointing, but other than that, it was a really successful trip. So pretend to be a farmer, have Uncle, basically, when you're in Blackwater doing work for the government, you have Uncle spawn in and work out with a bunch of animals. So I decided to come back to Armadillo to actually be Bonnie, and I wanted to have a drink. Like, I wanted to say, well, it's gonna like be so weird to have Bonnie actually have a drink in this game, and it's so weird having Bonnie Mcfarlane come up to the bar counter and just order a drink. Like, that's just so weird to me because it's like it's not supposed to happen. So then this bartender serves Bonnie a beer, and that's about it. But anyway, guys, that's all the information I got for you guys on this video today. If you guys did enjoy videos like Red Dead Redemption mods and want more of them in the future, definitely let me know in the comments down below what was your favorite mod that we used today. And if you know how to install certain other mods that I don't know, please feel free to let me know in those comments down below. And also subscribe for more daily GTA 6 videos and other videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. Like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Stay happy, healthy, and well, and I'll see you guys all later on the next video.